Hey. Test, test, test. Good morning, everybody. We're about ready to start the program. Please take your seats. I know everybody's grabbing those discount seats in the back in the sun, but we rented heaters when the boss was on vacation, wink, wink. So it's going to be nice and toasty everywhere. Happy Veterans Day. Please take your seats, please. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Cynthia Cook. I'm a retired United States Army colonel and a proud member of the Hillsborough County Veterans Advisory Board. It is an honor today to be the Master of Ceremonies, to welcome our proud military community, and to share time with our esteemed dignitaries, Gold Star families, community partners, and everyone who has come to celebrate veterans of all branches. We are certainly beating the heat today. It's nice and cool out. We celebrate the 250th birthdays of the United States Army, Navy, and Marines. The red tents in the park are full of resources, friends, and even some freebies for our veterans and families after the ceremony. Please stay for the free food and musical salute to veterans by our youth. Without the support of the Board of County Commissioners, their leadership staff, and you, we could not hold this event or enjoy the absolute gem that the Veterans Memorial Park has become. With that, I shall begin roll call of today's special guests. Please hold your applause until they all have been introduced. From our Board of County Commissioners, representing District 1, Commissioner Harry Cohen. From District 3, Commissioner Gwen Myers. From District 5, Countywide, Commissioner Donna Camera Cepeda, here with her husband Carlos. From District 6, Commissioner Chris Bowles, here today with his wife Amber. We welcome our Deputy Hillsborough County Commissioner, Greg Horadell, Assistant County Administrator, Dexter Barge, United States Army retired. Hillsborough County State Attorney Susie Lopez. From the 13th Judicial Circuit Court, Hillsborough County Public Defender Lisa McLean. Our distinguished keynote speaker, retired United States Army Brigadier General Remo Butler. Our distinguished guest speaker, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Paul Husser. Representing Florida's 14th District, United States Congresswoman Kathy Castor is here. From the Office of U.S. Congresswoman Laurel Lee, Florida's 15th District, Subnara Naira. Hope I didn't butcher her name too bad there. Forgive me. From the Office of the U.S. Senator Ashley Moody, Taylor Sanchez. From Tallahassee, Florida District 63, we welcome Representative Diane Hart. From District 64, Florida Representative Suzanne Valdez. And from Florida District 69, Representative Danny Alvarez and his family joins us. We welcome Sandra Mermon, now Executive Vice President of Schumacher and Advisors. From Hillsborough County Fire Rescue, Deputy Fire Chief Pep Prado. From the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, Major Colleen Handrick and Captain Michelle Polk. From the Florida Department of Veteran Affairs, the newly named Deputy Executive Director, a retired Army Colonel DJ Reyes, my counterpart in the Veterans Advisory Board. Also from the Florida Department of Veteran Affairs, our good friend, retired Army Colonel and Chief of Staff, Al Carter, and his wife, Marlene. From the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital, Interim Executive Director David Van Meter and his wife, Crystal. From the county's Consumer and Veterans Services and Veterans Memorial Park, Director and retired United States Marine, Frank Strom, and his amazing spouse, Marcy. He's responsible for all of this, you guys. He did write that in there. I'm just following his script. As always, good morning to my fellow members of the Veterans Advisory Board and the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County with President Charlie Conover. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in a round of applause for our special guests and all in attendance today. At this time, we ask that you all please stand, uncover, and stand for the presentation of colors by the Brandon High School JROTC Color Guard, followed immediately by retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Terry Spann, who will sing the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be given by the Vet Council President and our chaplain's invocation. Post the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, God. We have come to this Veterans Day with many concerns. Each of those here today have different paths in life, but with one common goal of freedom, and that freedom has come with a price. We are thankful for those veterans chose and continue to choose to never give up. They proudly serve the American way of life for all to be able to worship as we please, to speak up for freedom, to live, work, and play as free Americans. And so today, God, we thank you for bringing us through the storms, the conflicts, the political unrest, so that this day we can honor and encourage our veterans. Dear God, bless our military, present and in the past. We thank you for the strength and ability you've given them to serve. We thank you for listening to our prayers and guiding us, and we pray every day for our sons and daughters and for everyone who served in the military. God bless America, and thank you, God, and keep blessing us. Amen.
Thank you, Mary Ellen Harlan. We so appreciate your leadership and taking the time for us veterans to come and welcome our Deputy County Administrator and Military Dad, Greg Horadell. Please take your seat at this time.
Thank you and welcome everyone to this very brisk morning. I'm delighted to see so many people here. In spite of the weather, it is a bit chilly, and I'm thankful for your time and recognition of the importance of Veterans Day. On behalf of Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioner, my boss, County Administrator Bonnie Weiss, who unfortunately could not be here today. I know she wanted to be, but unfortunately had an issue come up she could not get out of. Welcome. Thank you so much for your time and attention to this very important day where we honor veterans. As a dad and uncle of veterans, I know how important duty, honor, courage, and sacrifice are. And I know that our veterans here in the audience, throughout the county, throughout the state, and throughout this country, all have given a measure of their lives to this country and to make it the great country that it is today. They've served with distinction, and they have done everything that our country has asked of them, and we do owe them this honor, this recognition that we're going to give them today. So without further ado, I would like to invite up, unless Cynthia, you're going to do that? Okay, I'd like to invite up from District 1, please welcome Hillsborough County Commissioner Harry Cohen. Commissioner.
Good morning. It is really wonderful to be here this morning. The Board of County Commissioners feel so strongly about this park, and we come here multiple times during the year for different ceremonies, and it's something that we're really committed to and really proud of. So thank you to everyone who's here this morning. I want to just take a brief moment to talk about the history of Veterans Day. World War I ended on November 11th, 1918. And in 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day, a day dedicated to the cause of world peace and to honor those who served in World War I. In 1938, Congress made Armistice Day a legal holiday. After World War II and the Korean War, President Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1954 signed legislation to change the name to Veterans Day, broadening the observance to honor veterans of all wars. And today at this wonderful park, we honor veterans of all branches and wars and during times of peace for their great service to this nation. Veterans, thank you for your service and dedication. Because of your sacrifices, we remain the land of the free and the home of the brave. Happy Veterans Day to everyone, especially those we are honoring here today. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir, from District 1, Commissioner Harry Cohen. At this time, we'd like to welcome District 3, Hillsborough County Commissioner Gwen Myers.
Good morning, happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service. Today marked number 61, which is an incredible achievement. Thank you for your bravery doing what you were called to do so we can safely do what we are free to do. Come on, Wynn, work with me. The sacrifices you have made shaped our country's future. We honor your service today and always. Thank you for your courage and dedication in defending our nation. There is nothing nobler than risking your life for your country, and the willingness of America's veterans to sacrifice for our country has earned you our lasting gratitude. You are America strong, and today we celebrate you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And now from District 5 countywide, please welcome Hillsborough County Commissioner, United States Army veteran, Donna Cameron Sapita.
Good morning, everyone. It really is good to see you all out here today. What an amazing group here. Love you all so much. And you know, as a United States Army Veterans Day holds a deep personal meaning for me. It's a day that fills me with gratitude, reverence, and pride. Proud to be an American and proud to serve in a county that honors its veterans, not just in word, but in action. Hillsborough County is the most veteran-supportive county in the state of Florida, and I believe anywhere. Our community sets that standard, leading by example in patriotism, civic pride, and unwavering support for those who have served. Today, as we're gathered here in this beautiful Veterans Memorial Park, we stand united, not only to honor the brave men and women who have served, who have answered the call to duty, but also to demonstrate that their sacrifices will never be forgotten. Because when we say thank you for your service, it must never end with the sentence. It must always be followed by action. And today is a celebration, but it's also a reminder that many of our veterans face battles long after they come home. Challenges in transition, employment, housing, health, and reintegration into civilian life. And it calls on us to ask ourselves, what more can we do? How can we serve those who have already served us? Here in Hillsborough County, we are committed to answering that call. We are blessed with strong partners, including the Hillsborough County Consumer and Veteran Services and the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County, who work relentlessly to ensure that no veteran walks alone. And we have many other great organizations here in throughout Hillsborough County, you know, that supports our veterans as well. But above all, we are blessed with our veterans themselves. Selfless, resilient, courageous men and women who defended our freedoms, protected our families, and preserved the American way of life. To every veteran here today, thank you for your sacrifice, thank you for your courage, and thank you for your service. And I also pray for those, our veterans, you know, that are suffering with PTSD. I pray for them that God would break every invisible chain off their lives. And I pray for those, for their family members. I pray for the brokenhearted. And I just pray for every one of them and every one of you here as well. I pray that God continue to bless the United States of America and our community. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am. And now from District 6, we welcome Hillsborough County Commissioner Chris Bowles.
Good morning. Best for last, maybe? I don't know. Thank you. Good morning. And I appreciate the opportunity to be here to speak before you and for you all to come out on this brisk day. Happy Veterans Day to all of you. This is one of our nation's most special days, and one that is richly deserved by those who served this nation in uniform. This is the 61st annual Veterans Day tribute in Hillsborough County, making today's event one that is both meaningful and an amazing legacy for Hillsborough County. That number of years alone demonstrates how much committed Hillsborough County is to our veteran population. I also want to give a special thank you to the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County and Hillsborough County Consumer and Veteran Services for all the time they take to organize this event and the vast support they provide to all of our veterans, many of which you all know as well. I also take great pride in knowing that Florida houses the nation's second largest population of veterans in the country. And notably, Hillsborough County in the Tampa Bay area holds the distinction of having the highest number of veterans in the state, reaching about 100,000 at this time. And here at Veterans Memorial Park and Rear Admiral Leroy Collins Jr. Veterans Museum, we are able to salute and celebrate the courage and sacrifices of all of our veterans and provide a place to share in a fantastic experience. Here, people of all ages, from all walks of life, can find resources for veterans and their families, along with some other amenities like a kids' craft area where they can create some take-home creations. It's family-friendly, promoting fellowship and camaraderie. All of this is set against the profound backdrop of these monuments that are around this park and memorials that salute our military and its members. To further highlight our local successes, for the 9th straight year, the Veterans Day National Committee and the VA have recognized Hillsborough County's annual Veterans Day tribute in Veterans Memorial Park for their excellence. This year, Hillsborough County is just one of 56 across the nation in 28 states to host a VA-recognized Veterans Day observance that pays tribute to our heroes. This, in my opinion, is a fantastic achievement, and I offer my and the board's congratulations again to everybody who made this possible and to get this highly deserved recognition. As the son of a veteran, I understand the sacrifices made for country over family. Many of you know this. And for all who have done so, thank you for your service, and to all who work tirelessly in support of them, including their families. Happy Veterans Day to everyone here. God bless America, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate all of our county commissioners. Next, we welcome a Tampa native with a long history of public service and support to this park. We now welcome Congresswoman Kathy Castor.
Well, good morning, everyone. We come together on this solemn day with hearts full of gratitude for our veterans who have devoted their lives to service, to our democratic ideal, our Constitution, and our great country. This also includes our Gold Star families who we love, and I couldn't help but see this beautiful Gold Star memorial that they worked so hard on, along with the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County. You know, Commissioner Zepeda, you said that this is likely the most veteran-supporting community and local government in anywhere, and I think that is correct. All you have to do is look around here. This park that is just a tangible representation for our love and commitment for our veterans in this community. Every day is Veterans Day here. And that's because we are a patriotic community. And I really want to thank each of the county commissioners, the entire board of county commissioners, for their enduring commitment to ensure that our veterans are welcome, that they receive the benefits they have earned, and that they bring us together month after month. This is a day where we recognize it, but this work is going on day after day in partnership with David Van Meter and everyone at the Tampa Haley VA, all of our veteran service organizations, all of you who often go the extra mile to look out for your brothers and sisters who have served us so well. Last year, my good friend and colleague, Congresswoman Laurel Lee, and I announced a federal community funding grant for the Veterans Resource Center here at the park. And today I'm really excited to announce some additional federal support for our community. Two local nonprofits, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul South and the Bowley Centers, Inc., have just been awarded $2 million to ensure that veterans receive the mental health care services that they need, and that they have a safe place to lay their heads at night. These organizations better the lives of those who have served our country selflessly. I don't think anyone would disagree that our veterans deserve access to high-quality resources to find safe, affordable housing and mental health services. So those community partners work with Tampa Haley VA and the Bay Pines VA and our veteran service organizations, and Frank Strom and the Board of County Commissioners to ensure that we have a wide reach across the veterans community to continue to ensure that our service members and their families have all the tools that they need to thrive. I also want to thank Brigadier General Remo Butler, my good friend, retired Army Colonel Paul Huzar. I'm looking forward to hearing your words of wisdom today. We need it in this country. We have to work together, and let's mark this day as the time that we turned the page and saw each other as human beings, not a political party, all together in service for the great veterans who have served us so well. So God bless America, and God bless our wonderful veterans.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Our next guest graduated from West Point. His last Army assignment was as Dean of the Army Engineering School. Those skills went with him overseas to Operation Iraqi Freedom and all the way back to Tampa with a company called VetCorps. This veteran is now in the mitigation process of helping people with things like flooding from hurricanes. Remember that? Milton and Helene? You can just imagine how busy he's been over the last year. His military decorations include the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, the Defense Meritorious Medal, and more. He's a dog lover and a true veterans advocate. Please welcome retired Lieutenant Colonel Paul Huzar.
Congresswoman Castor, Brigadier General Retired Butler, distinguished guests, fellow veterans, our family members and advocates, and those who are here to honor our veterans. Good morning and happy Veterans Day. It is an honor, a privilege, and truly humbling to be here with you today. Since retiring from active duty, I've had the opportunity to speak publicly about veterans and our contributions. And there are a few truths I keep returning to. I want to share those with you today. We are the most powerful nation the world has ever seen. And we've reached that status with extraordinary efficiency, particularly with respect to our national treasure. Our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Guardians. Less than 1% of our population serves in uniform today, yet we protect and defend the entire nation and its interests at home and abroad. That's something that we should all be incredibly proud of. It is a testament to the professionalism and the proficiency of not only today's service members, but to all veterans, those who came before us. When I first spoke to audiences like this, there were 22 million veterans in the United States. Today, there are 15.5 million, roughly 6% of our population. Meanwhile, the U.S. population grows. Veterans are becoming fewer, more distant, and sadly, more misunderstood as we grow farther and farther apart from the society that we serve to protect and defend. Fewer and fewer of our citizens know a veteran personally. So that also means that our citizens are more likely to fall victim to stigmas associated with veterans. Too often, the first words people associate with veteran are homeless or disabled. We know that that's not who we are. We know it's not the story of our service, and yet those perceptions persist. So what do we do about it? How do we change those misconceptions? Here's one truth I shared repeatedly. Our armed forces do two extraordinary things for our nation. We fight and win our nation's wars, and we produce some pretty exceptional citizens for our country. Consider the greatest generation. They liberated the world from tyranny and oppression, and they came home to build the greatest democracy and economy that the world has ever seen. Nearly half of World War II veterans became business owners. Compared to today, only 2% of veterans are business owners. But here's a bright spot. In franchising, an industry I know well, veterans represent 14% of all franchisees. We are still punching above our weight, still leading, still making a difference. That's also been my driving passion since retirement and in my second career with VetCorps, attempting to create business ownership opportunities for our nation's heroes and help them become leaders in their communities. While this significant decline in business ownership should not define us or necessarily raise alarms, combined with some of the stigmas I mentioned previously and the growing separation of our population, it certainly should create cause for concern for those here today. To examine our role in society and how we are perceived. No matter what we do, and short of World War III erupting, we will continue to become an even smaller portion of our society and risk becoming even more isolated and, dare I state, misunderstood. So we can either accept this as a reality or we can rise to this challenge. And here's the unifying thought I want to leave you with today. Veterans are defined by selfless service. In a time where I would argue our nation needs us most, it is truly our time to rally and serve, to lead our nation and our communities out of chaos, polarizing politics, social issues, and cultural conflicts. Now, more than ever, our nation needs that service, not just on the battlefield, but within our communities. Author Sebastian Junger, in his book, Tribe, on Homecoming and Belonging, describes the isolation veterans feel after returning home. In service, we thrived in teams, in tribes, unified by mission, connected by shared values. We did not care about race, religion, gender. All that mattered was our fellow service members and our mission. We shared an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And we succeeded every time. The challenge today is simple but profound. Bring that unity and leadership back to our communities. So I issue this challenge to every veteran and every advocate here. Help. Step up. Lead. Serve. Volunteer. Coach youth sports. Join civic organizations. Start a business, but lead wherever you are. Our military is the greatest leadership laboratory in the world. If you served even one enlistment, you've learned how to lead. So when our society is challenged and it feels like many institutions may be failing us, let our society once again lean on our veterans who have never failed us. Let's find a way to look beyond what divides us and be defined by the freedoms and principles that unite us. Let's create the next greatest generation at a time when our country needs us most. Thank you, and God bless our veterans, and God bless the United States of America.
On behalf of the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County, we'd like to present you with this token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, it's time to sit up and enjoy, I don't know if we're going to do this right now or not, but Charlie has already presented the award here, so are we still doing the, okay, all right. So at this time, we got a bona fide, a patriotic gospel sensation to lead us in song for the ever-popular Armed Forces Salute. Will that be you? Well, it says one thing, but I don't think you have a mass choir with you. So at this time, we'll enjoy a rendition here by United States Army Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Terry Spahn.
Good morning. Happy Veterans Day. As I shout out your branch of service, please rise so we may honor your service, starting with the U.S. Space Force. With a mighty watchful eye, guardians beyond the blue, the invisible front line, war fighters brave and true, boldly reaching into space. There's no limits to our sky, standing guard both night and day, with the Space Force from on high. The United States Army! Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, Cougs are marching all about, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high heat in the field artillery. Count out your numbers loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. The United States Navy. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. Hey, hey, hey. Through our last night on shore, hail to the foam. Until we meet once more, here's wishing you a happy voyage home. United States Coast Guard, we're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee, through howling gale and shot and shell, to win our victory. Send apparatus is our guide, our pledge and motto too. We're always ready to or die. I, Coast Guard, we fight for you. United States Air Force. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, seeming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spotting our plane from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in fame or go down in flame, for nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. United States Marines! From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for right and freedom, then to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Space Force, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, the United States Marines.
Whoa, thank you. That livened up the crowd quite a bit there. Woo-hoo, go Army. I don't care what the Marines say. Anyway, just joking. A little humor here, you know, on a nice, brisk, cold morning. It's all good. Hey, so thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. This has been an enjoyable moment so far. I appreciate that. So now, next on the agenda is another distinguished guest speaker for us today. Our esteemed keynote speaker is truly a groundbreaker for the military. He gave more than 29 years of military service to our nation. Just imagine the kinds of things he's seen over 3 decades. He was born and raised in a poor farming community in Mississippi, which was rich in love and strength. During the mid-1970s recession, he saw a promise and possibilities thanks to a $50 monthly stipend from his university's ROTC program. He went overseas to serve in Korea, completed the Special Forces qualification course, and continued a journey to overcome adversity and leave a legacy. He wrote a paper called Why Black Officers Fail that became a turning point for his career and many others. In 2001, he became the first Black Special Forces officer to make the rank of Brigadier General. Now in retirement, his side endeavors include consulting for the Baghdad Embassy in Halliburton, to name a few. This year, he was inducted into the Mighty 25, an annual national recognition for noteworthy contribution to military values. And to think, this special veteran lives right here in our community. It's his first time visiting our Veterans Memorial Park. So please give him a warm Hillsborough County welcome to Brigadier General Remo Butler.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for that introduction. Congresswoman Castor, you're one of my favorites. I just want you to know that. Colonel Unser, distinguished members of the Hillsborough County City Council, Sheriff's Department, Fire Department, and other distinguished guests and visitors, welcome. It's a great honor for me to have the opportunity to speak to veterans. Usually, they want me to speak to other people who aren't veterans. Now, we all veterans, we all have a commonality. I guarantee I can sit down with any veteran here and we can start talking like we've been knowing each other for 50 years because we have that commonality. But for the next 36 minutes, I will revel y'all with thoughts and ideas about being a veteran. Yesterday, I was out shopping, and I'll tell you the truth, I was buying some ice cream. And I was at the store, and I had my hat on, and the young man who sang, where's he at? I didn't hear the Ballad of the Green Berets, I just want to say that. And this young lady walked by me, and she was very happy and smiling, and she said, and I had my coveted Special Forces hat on. She said, "Thank you for your service, sir." And I smiled at her, and I said, "Well, thank you, I really appreciate that." But that was a point which made me think, what does it mean when a person says thank you for your service? Do they understand what they're saying to you? Now, many of you are probably older than me, and you remember Vietnam better than I do. But during the Vietnam War, because I was in college during that time, I remember soldiers were talked about badly. Baby killers. Everything you could think of, they called soldiers. It got so bad that the military said you can stop traveling in your uniform because that's the level that the disrespect rose to. But these guys, a lot of you out there, men, women, sucked it up and drove on and pressed on with the Ranger mission. So that's what I want to talk about. Instead of saying thank you for your service, I'd like to say thank you for your sacrifice. Because if you're a veteran or a veteran spouse, you know what sacrifice is. You know what it means to be selfish. If you're a veteran, I guarantee you done missed birthdays, your kids' birthdays, your wife's birthday, your mother's birthday, your father's birthday. You've missed funerals. You've missed school events. You've missed anniversaries. These are real sacrifices. This is not a word game. But when they say thank you for your service, do they realize the level of sacrifice that you've made? And I will guarantee you that most of them don't understand the sacrifice. And part of that, I'm going to put the blame on us. Because as veterans, we hate to talk about ourselves and the things we've done. People have been asking me for years, when are you going to write a book? When are you going to write a book? I know what I did. Why should I tell anybody else what I did? And that's our mentality. You know, when we were in, it wasn't about Facebook, Instagram. We did what we did for ourselves, our unit, and our battle buddies. That was what was important for us. When you start talking sacrifice, people forget that if you're a spouse of a veteran, you are sacrificing. You have taken that old joker to the hospital. You have sat with him. Am I right or wrong? That is a sacrifice. The sacrifice for the veteran is, wow, I got to depend on somebody else. Things we are not used to doing. Military families. You know, you talked about that in Tampa. Hillsborough County has a great military community, and they do, and that's one of the reasons I retired here. But people in the military, we're different. We are really different. We are a family. We are a family, and I'm going to tell you a little story. When I got married here in Tampa, most of my guests were people I had served with. Because when you're in the military, you're going to make one thing. And gentlemen over there, tell me am I lying. You're going to make some lifelong friendships. Am I right or wrong? In the military, that's what you do because we share a commonality. And after a while, we share a common mentality. These are things we share. For us, it wasn't a service. We did what we had to do. We didn't do it per se for the country. You know what we did it for? We did it for our brothers and sisters in arms who were out there with us. That is what service is. We did that for them, not for us. We didn't do that for the community. We did it for our brothers and sisters in arms. Listening to the different speakers up here talked about the things that they were doing in the military and so forth and so on. It led me to think, how do we need to get the veteran's story out? Because as he said, the veteran population is diminishing. I remember when probably 20% of the members of Congress were veterans. They don't understand us. They are not us. We, as veterans, need to start educating people on what we are, who we are, what we did, and what we can still do. That's what we need to do. We don't need to sit and complain because they're trying to cut our VA benefits. We need to get on the phone and call somebody. We need to write letters. We need to go up to Capitol Hill and visit people and say, hey, when the war was going on, you were right behind us, but now that the war is over, what are you doing? These are things that we have to do. We have to reach down and pull up ourselves. We cannot wait for anyone to put a hand out because we might not get that hand out. So we have to take ownership. We have to be our own advocates. So I'm going to close because I'm not going to take my full 26 minutes. But I just want to tell everyone here, you know, the Colonel talked about volunteering and so forth. We need to volunteer, and me included, to get more involved in veteran activities. Number two, we need to start publicizing veteran activities. If I hadn't been here on this today, I would not have known this was here because it's not publicized. We talk about it in our veteran communities, but we don't get the word out to the unwashed masses. And that's what we need to do. We need to start doing a better job of that. But I wanted to say it was a great honor for me to be here, to look out here and see all these fine veterans. And I'm glad to see it because a lot of you guys are older than I am. You know, I'm real happy about that. But anyway, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And thank you for inviting me. And if you need me, pick up the phone and call me. And I will freely give up my time, energy, or whatever to support veterans. Thank you very much.
Again, on behalf of the Veterans Council, a small token of our appreciation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I
God
appreciate
bless.
that. Thank you.
Thank you, General. Thank you very much for those kind remarks. All right, at this time, we're going to do something really amazing and exciting. You ready? All right, cool. So each year, the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County recognizes local individuals for their contributions to veterans. Awards are named after the late World War II veteran Edwin Potterfield and for the late Walt Raysick. Both men were instrumental in the development of this park and museum. Retired Colonel Jim Fletcher, to my right here, will now recognize the 2025 awardees, and I'm going to read some of the items that he gave me. So if you are here in the audience, what we'd like for you to do is come up here to the right, and he's going to present those awards to you. Charlie's going to help out? Okay, awesome. All right. I'll wait till Charlie gets there. All right, perfect. All right, here we go. A volunteer awards committee votes on the nomination and submits the selected awardees to the council president for approval. The awardees are recognized at the annual veteran ceremony held at this park. The Walt Raysick Keeping the American Patriotic Spirit Alive Award goes to someone who goes above and beyond in volunteering to serve America's active duty, military, veterans, and their families. 7 individuals and organizations were selected this year to receive the award. Presenting the award right now is Charlie Conover, President of Veterans Council, assisted by Jim Fletcher. The first awardee is American Legion, Althea Post 148 Legionnaires, Auxiliary, and Riders. Accepting the award are Andrew Davis, the post commander, and Julia Arndt, commander of the Women's Auxiliary. If you are here, please come forward. Give them another round of applause, please. The next awardee is Kathy Almaguer, head of the Human Relations Department at the Sun City Center Home Depot. Are you here today? All right, Kathy, come on forward. Let's recognize her for her contributions this year. All right, let's give her another round of applause. Our next awardee is Omar Cortez, a member of Operation Code Vet. If you're here, please come forward. Thank you. Congratulations. The fourth awardee is Loretta Denelek, Secretary of the Chapter 787 of the Vietnam Veterans of America and a mentor with the Veterans Treatment Accord. Please come forward. Congratulations. The fifth awardee is the Gold Star Family Memorial Team. Accepting the award is Lori Fleming and a team member and Gold Star mother. Lori, would you please come forward? Congratulations. All right. Next, the sixth award goes to the Walter P. Ryan Marine Corps League Detachment. Hoorah! The 1226 Honor Guard. Representing the Honor Guard is Sal DeFonso. Would you please come forward to receive the award on the behalf of your organization? Congratulations. All right, the final Spirit awardee goes to is Lonnie Del Vana, commander of the Sun City Chapter 226 of the Military Order of World Wars. Please come forward. Congratulations. Thank you very much. You got a lot more on this list than you told me, but it's all good. The next award is the Edwin Potterfield Award. The inscription on the plaque for this award reads, "Every now and then a hero comes along who unselfishly contributes to a far-reaching endeavor. They are called heroes because their efforts go way beyond the call of duty. Their sacrifices, their leadership, and their dedication to veterans causes continues as a great force for good in the Tampa Bay community." Receiving the award this year is Vicki Cardine, the head of the Communication Committee for the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Vicki. Thank you, Jim and Charlie, and congratulations to all of our awardees for their hard work on behalf of the veterans. Let's give them another round of applause, please. All right. After leaving the military, many, if not most veterans, pursue careers to continue serving. Many choose to work in government, and hundreds have chosen to live and work here in our community to make a difference to our citizens. For the past 3 years, Hillsborough County has partnered with the National Association of Counties for Operation Greenlight for Veterans. In celebration of this initiative, during the month of November, the county lights up the dome in the downtown Tampa's Joe Chiloro County Courthouse Square green in honor of Operation Greenlight. Lots of greens here. At this time, we ask that the veterans here today who work for Hillsborough County and their loved ones who work for Hillsborough County, please stand to be recognized. We want to thank you for your service. All Hillsborough County employees, please stand. Thank you so much for your service to Hillsborough County and the veterans. I'm one of them. Finally, before I turn the mic over to the next person that will speak today, I'd like to recognize my husband, Michael Cook, who came out to join me today. He is also a United States veteran, retired Lieutenant Colonel. If you would, wave at the audience. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Appreciate that. Want to make sure I didn't forget about him. So our final speaker has just returned, from what I understand. A pretty exciting, I guess, vacation, apparently. Doesn't probably get away from what I understand from Hillsborough County very often, but they let him out so he could go and enjoy some time with his family. That's not on my script, I'm just adding it to it. So anyway, so he went to celebrate his branch's 250th birthday. Can we give him a hoorah for the Marines? Hoorah. So he's the veteran that oversees this park and is, along with his staff, including a team of veteran service officers whose efforts have life-changing results, assisting our local community. And each one of them works side by side every day to help with building this beautiful building that's behind us. And even while he was on vacation, they still held the reins down and did a wonderful and amazing job. But he's back now, and he just shared with me he was, glad to not be able to do what I'm doing right here today. So after 20 years of being the MC, he was thankful that somebody else volunteered to stand in his place. He's back now, but I'd like to give you all a very, very warm welcome for all of his contributions to what he does here at this park. The things that he do for veterans is absolutely anything short of amazing, in my opinion. I've had the privilege of working with him through the Veterans Advisory Board for the last year, about a year and a half now. And I'm grateful to be standing side by side with him and his team and his staff, who are absolutely amazing. If you don't know him, you got to introduce yourself to him. But at this time, I'd like to welcome up our healthy Marine retired First Sergeant in charge always. If you know him, you'll know that. He's the Director, Frank Strom. Please give him a warm welcome.
But before you do, we want to thank you for stepping up and doing a phenomenal job as an MC for this wonderful program. A token of our appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not sure what she meant by healthy. I'm just saying. Good morning, honored guests. Are we warm yet? So those of you that have been coming out here for years are going to truly recognize that this will be the first event in 2 decades that I will not leave this stage like I just jumped out of a swimming pool. So I'm thankful for the weather, and I appreciate your support as you bundle up. Good morning, honored guests. On behalf of our County Administrator, Bonnie Wise, I want to thank you for being here today to celebrate our veterans and their families. A special thanks to our Board of County Commissioners for their continued support of our veterans in this park, and to all our elected officials who are with us today. We are excited you could join us on this occasion. To our Deputy County Administrator, Greg Horridell, and my boss, Dexter Barge, Assistant County Administrator, thank you for being a pivotal force behind our veterans in this park. I appreciate and thank you for your leadership and for always entrusting in me the latitude to execute our mission. Brigadier General Butler, sir, we would like to thank you for your inspirational remarks today. Your legacy of service and cultural education are both admired and will be respected for many generations to follow. To my good friend and for nearly 2 decades, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Huzar, when I asked Paul to speak today, before I could finish my question, he said, "Frank, if it has to do with veterans, the question is always yes." This has been his mantra in service, as well as creating a landscape in business that both articulates the value veterans bring to the table in business and the community. Thank you, sir, for sharing this day with us, even the Marines. And he'll know what that joke is because he knows I served at the Naval Academy, the Military Academy, so every year, Army-Navy time, I have the hand up, at least most years, right, sir? I want to thank my family for being here today, for my wife, Marcy, and her continued support throughout our journey, and for my mother, Elaine. I don't know who plugged in the remarks about my fabulous spouse, but thank you. I think it was Marty. I'd rather be a wise man than a rich man, I can tell you that. And if you don't honor your mother, you won't get fed, right, Mom? And if you don't honor your wife, you won't get loved. And yes, I said that. And last but certainly not least, to our special guests today, our Gold Star families and veteran advocates, we thank you for your presence, dedication, and patriotism to our veterans and their family. I would like to start by congratulating our Porterfield Award winner, Vicki Cardin, as well as our Spirit Award winners. Thank you. And a big special thank you to Colonel Cynthia Cook, our MC. Thank you for leading us through our program with excellence. Allow me to begin by wishing all of our Marines and their families who serve by their side a monumental happy 250th birthday. I would say we look good for our age. However, I do have some friendly advice for my fellow Marines, and this includes me. We are not as young as we think. Less than 48 hours ago, as Cynthia mentioned, my wife and I and family got off of a cruise, 7-day cruise, that celebrated our 250th birthday with fellow Marines and families. We had 124 of those folks on board. Their ages range from World War II to the youngest, who was an 18-year-old that just graduated boot camp last week. A few Iraq, Afghanistan, and mostly Vietnam-era veterans. Marines, let me share this advice with you, please. We cannot partake, we cannot tell war stories, sing karaoke, and dance till 2 a.m., and then get up at 0600 for an overpriced, high-activity level excursion. We did it, but it wasn't pretty. But on the upside, we were the only branch of service that was up that early. Semper Fi, Marines. Today, I would be remiss if I didn't share with you some shameless bragging of all the exciting things we're accomplishing here in honor of our veterans. I would submit to you that you are in one of the biggest accomplishments here today that sits right behind me, our Veterans Resource Center. In the Veterans Resource Center, we have our federal VA partners, healthcare enrollment specialists. We have our county veteran service officers, and it's a one-stop shop where veterans can come and get service for their veterans, for their benefits, excuse me. The building has expanded with the completion of our new Educational Cultural Center, thanks to Congresswoman Kathy Castor and Laura Lee. We are in the process of creating our state-of-the-art interior displays, and we're expected to have that completed within the next 6 to 8 months, we hope. We recently dedicated our 15th memorial for our Gold Star families, right behind me as well. Please take some time to visit this exceptional reflection of the sacrifice our families have endured. We are nearing the initial construction of a new Buffalo Soldier Memorial, an effort led by Commissioner Myers. Thank you, ma'am. And as you come through the entrance, you might have noticed our new electronic billboard that did not come in on time, thanks to the government shutdown, I think. I'm not sure. But we hope it'll be completed by Thanksgiving, so we look forward to that. We have many, many more projects in the pipeline, and we look forward to sharing them with you in future visits to our park. In closing, and it hasn't been 26 minutes, I'm trying to beat the general, thank you, sir. In closing, allow me to share some things that may have already been mentioned today, so bear with me. Hillsborough County, for the last 10 years running, continues to be the largest veteran population in the state of Florida, with just over 95,000 veterans. But if you include our active duty from MacDill and our warfighting commands, about 16,000, as the commissioner stated, we're well over 100,000 veterans and active duty members. For the 9th consecutive year, which you previously heard, we were recognized by the Department of Veteran Affairs as a national destination. We're very excited and proud of that. This park is a reflection of those achievements. And according to WalletHub.com for 2025, Hillsborough, Tampa, has been named number 2 out of the 100 best places in the nation for veterans to live. Last year, we were number 4. We're going to keep pressing, so we're number 1. For more than a decade, Hillsborough County has placed first in terms of economic impact. As the former president of the State of Florida County Veteran Service Officer Association, I can share with you with confidence that no other county comes even close by any measure to Hillsborough County. As expected last year, I shared with you that we were the first county ever to break the $1 billion mark in economic impact. This year, our veterans and survivors received nearly $1.2 billion in VA compensation and pension. By comparison, when I was blessed with the opportunity to join Hillsborough County in 2008, the annual economic impact of our veterans was $213 million. My full disclaimer always is that there are many factors that go into making Hillsborough County a great community. Our Board of County Commissioners and their continued support, MacDill Air Force Base and our hosted warfighting commands, VA Medical Center James Haley, which is the #1 polytrauma center in the nation, our active veteran service organizations, our county park rangers who keep this park so meticulous, our entire county veteran service officers, our department, specifically my team of nationally accredited service officers, who not only contribute to the economic impact, but change lives daily for our veterans and their families. In closing, it is at this point that I say I'm the only thing between you and the gourmet hot dogs, and even ordered up some hot chocolate and cookies for the occasion, thanks to our friends from American Legion Post 148. Please, there you go. Thank you. Now listen, I know there's a lot of freebies out there, and we all want to get to them, but please take some time and enjoy just a little bit of chow. Get yourself warmed up for the real food out there. Please grab some chow and your goodies and come right back to your seat for a short presentation from Newsom High School Chamber Strings, which will be led by Director Christopher Allen, who became famous for taking our local kids to the Macy's Day Parade in New York and winning the Manilow Music Award of $10,000 to help fund the school's program. Additionally, as was mentioned, yes. Additionally, we mentioned we've got free kids crafts for kids of all ages. Make it here, take it here. What is it? Make it here, take it home. Okay, courtesy of Home Depot Foundation. I believe we are also giving away a 6.5 foot Christmas tree to the most spirited winter dress person here today. That should be an easy giveaway. At the end of the musical presentation, our very own program manager, aka Party Marty Ryan, will announce the winner of that Christmas tree. And then please visit our